From the CBS Sports Studio in Northwest Gainesville, welcome to Gainesville Gameday. Sponsored by Gatorland Toyota. Now, here's GTN News' own Phil Byrne and Gainesville Sun columnist Pat Dooley.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but a win's a win. Welcome into a brand new episode of Gainesville Gameday. I'm Phil Byrne, joined by Gainesville Sun columnist Pat Dooley. Now, Pat, we saw Vernon Hargreaves return in this Kentucky game over the weekend, and did he have a big impact right away, returning an interception down into Kentucky territory early on in the first quarter? Pat, how important was it for this defense to get Hargreaves back into the fold?
Well, I think it's huge. I mean, first of all, he's the best player on the field. And secondly, now your number one corner is him instead of somebody who's probably your number two corner, covering a number one guy. But I think just mentally, those guys went out and played defense the way they know how to play because, you know, the pass rush was better. Everybody played better because they knew Vernon Hargreaves was on the field.
You know, we're going to get a lot of talent today with the Tennessee Vols coming into town at 3:30 right here on CBS 4. We've seen a steady rise in opposing talent over the last couple of weeks. It's got a little bit harder each and every week by a small increment right there. Tennessee comes to town. And of course, we all know about that 10-year losing streak. How much better is Tennessee than the team we saw in Kentucky last week?
You know, they're better if you just go based on talent. They're a better team. They've got better recruits. They've got better players than Kentucky. But the gap, believe me, between Tennessee and Kentucky is not that great. I really believe this is the team with the best offensive game plan is going to win this game. And they've tended to be conservative at times, including the second half of the Oklahoma game. So it may come down to who the better coaches are.
Well, we're going to have a little bit more on the Gators matchup here in a little bit. Right now, though, let's see what other games are on tap for today.
The starting lineup, sponsored by Blue Highway, a pizzeria.
Leonard Fournette is everybody's early Heisman frontrunner after his amazing display against Auburn last week. LSU is at Syracuse at noon. Also at noon, Steve Spurrier is 1-2 with 2 losses in conference already. UCF head coach George O'Leary can relate as his UCF Knights are 0-3. One of these coaches will get a win today, even if it might not be pretty. Your Florida Gators get an early season litmus test with Tennessee in town. The Gators are 3-0 for the first time since 2012, but 4-0 sounds so much sweeter. Kickoff is at 3:30. Right here on CBS 4. 2 SEC West games worth watching are Texas A&M at Arkansas at 7 and Mississippi State at Auburn at 7:30. The nightcap in the Southeast pits Missouri on the road at Kentucky with a 7:30 kickoff. And 2 West Coast games in the Pac-12 to keep an eye on later tonight. Number 9 UCLA at number 16 Arizona at 8 p.m. and number 18 Utah at number 13 Oregon.
The Gators' attention is squarely on Tennessee today, but look ahead, and you got an impressive Ole Miss team coming into town next week. We all know about that win that Ole Miss had over Alabama. Pat, how impressive have the Rebels been so far?
Well, very impressive. I picked them to win, and I don't know why, but they did win, and they certainly scored all those points in the first 2 games. You kind of blew that off, but going against Alabama and putting up points. Now, there was one fluke play, but certainly Alabama's 5 turnovers, but you got to give them credit for capitalizing. To me, getting turnovers is only part of the battle. You've got to capitalize on them, and they've done a tremendous job. I really am impressed with Ole Miss and their athleticism and their quarterback, Chad Kelly, who seems to be really good.
Unless we see something dynamic today from the Gators, you would probably expect the Rebels to be coming in to Gainesville as heavy favorites. But of course, we're talking about the Tennessee game today, and what's a little bit of Tennessee talk without a little bit of mentioning that good old Rocky Top. Here's Chelsea Brown with the word on campus. It'll dive into that a little bit more.
The word on campus.
It's Tennessee week, and the Volunteers have one of the most recognizable songs in all of college football. Let's talk to Gators on what they think about this week's Tennessee game. How do you think the Gators are going to win this week at home?
We're going to destroy them.
Yeah, I think we're going to do really well. We have that fan atmosphere, so everyone's going to be pumping them up.
Greer's finally going to start meshing in. I think the receivers are going to get used to him as a starting quarterback.
100% chance of winning because we're the Florida Gators. We're in the swamp, and this is home, so we're going to take this.
It's definitely the best we've faced so far, and seeing if our defensive line can get the same pressure we got against Kentucky with 6 sacks and seeing if we can do that again.
Anytime you have a home game, you have a decent chance of beating any opponent.
Do you know what Tennessee's fight song is?
No, I do not, because why would I concern myself with such trivial songs?
Their song is Rocky Top. Have you ever heard that song?
Actually, yeah, I have.
I know I hate it. Rocky Top is not fun.
I wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills.
Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top. Ain't no telephone bill. They're way behind the times.
Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, the other half cat.
Wild as a mink, but sweet as a soda pop. I still dream about that. It's a little inappropriate.
Corn won't grow at all on the Rocky Top. Dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar.
It's lame. With your word on campus, I'm Chelsea Brown. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chelsea. More Gainesville Game Day after this.